Desperate to get that first Premier League colours, first Premier League goal in Chelsea colours. Suspensions and injury have hampered his game time. Scott Parker said in the build-up to this he has figured out what they need to improve. It's all those little details in games that are making them fall by the wayside. Enzo Maresca has a really talented squad who are operating at a very high level, but this is a huge week for the Italian head coach. Referee Peter Banks making his 9th Premier League appearance of the season. Did take charge of Chelsea's defeat away at Manchester United back on the 20th of September. So it is the visitors, Chelsea, who'll get us underway. Mist descends across the...
in trouble, so you stay in this game as long as possible. When you get the from the newly promoted teams, and when you're coming up against the big boys...
Deep towards Harmon, who gets a toe to it, and Reece James was there. Just did enough. Forward. What a run that is. Stopped by Esteve, and he does really well there, the Frenchman, to keep the Vincent company, and very established at this level as Loom Chauner waits for support. Chauner! Good sliding challenge made to the path of Jadon Anthony, being forced wide. Santos did really well to help Chelsea out there, but Burnley still in possession. Chauner.
And block everything.
Tries to pick out Wolf. João Pedro looking to... Let's fly. The outstretched arms of Pedro Neto sent back late Thursday evening. Enzo Maresca was explaining off. Rebound fell kindly for Burnley. Pedro sliding in. Cuts infield, shot deflects, and that will be the game's first corner. He always appears as though he's got a mistake in him, but he is tasked with slowing down the Portuguese international. Twente around the outside. He goes around the outside, and Harmon. Chauner, first time effort, and it should be Chauner. Santos back.
And he's doing such a good job to get on the ball for Burnley.
Fernandez.
And not forget Kieran Trippier's.
A very busy period of
exactly what they've done, and like the stats have shown, they've had 5 attempts.
Floats it in, and back with Chelsea. James's first time cross. Here's it into Anthony, who somehow was able to direct it. Floats it. I think the intended target was...
And he couldn't, and he skewed it out, so Burnley pressing really...
Esteve, Delap quickly back in the Champions League for Aston Villa.
And I think that's the question.
Trevor Chalobah has it, and he fancies his chances. Ugochukwu goes low. By Neto. Neto squares it. Giddens is denied by Walker. The first real moment that Chelsea have cut through the Burnley battle. Strength. Quality. Right under the goalkeeper. Cucurella can't direct his effort goalwards. Tricky one there for Martin Dubravka. Gittins chips it in towards Fernandez and Neto! The cross looked to be overhit, but Pedro Neto continues his fine run of goal-scoring form. He once again scores for Chelsea. He was on the score sheet once.
They only need one opportunity.
League season so far for Martin Dubravka and that Burnley. So away from Anthony. Dick Fleming's not really got in the game as of yet. Goes to Delap. Delap looking to crop. Santos, who once again has under pressure from James.
His hard work, you find yourself a goal down, so just go.
Esteve. James away from Anthony, not Florentino. Forward, looking for Delap. Going away from goal, and it will be a corner.
Advantage Chelsea.
Yeah, that is the case, and of course we just need to ensure that all the communication is okay. Big smile across the face of Reece James. I think that's confirmation there's no injury concerns, so it is a case of managing his workload. think we are just about all okay. Well, Burnley have only managed to pick up 1 point from a losing position so far in the Premier League. That was pokes it into the direction of Anthony Santos. 3 of Burnley's next 4 games against Cucurella was offside. The action continues and results in a Chelsea corner. Thing on it. Gittins is able to get there and he's slowed up by Walker, unfairly so. That's the verdict on with Harman.
Midfield for Chelsea's open up the passing lane on that far side to Gittins. That's what they do.
So you're a big fan of him and in particular his decision making. It's behind João Pedro. Took it well. Walker helps it on. The Dutch fullback will be more than aware that
Walker's a man trying to cover.
Gittins goes for goal! And that took a touch off a Burnley player, so it will be a Chelsea. Wants to go alone, angles against him. Or as Cucurella, that ball's whipped in by Fernandes. A Burnley throw. Understandable frustration if you're watching on from a home supporter's perspective, but this is a play. It's opening up here for Chelsea.
For them, so it doesn't.
Ugochukwu still going. Neto, and that's
inside that penalty area. Dubravka came and made facing forward on the ball. That's when they're so dangerous.
And told the likely candidates to be replaced, and Loom Chowner
not playing out as much as they were when they're in possession. They're going a lot longer.
Walker, heavy touch.
Got forward. Neto just thinks I'm going to have a go here. I still can't see if Dubravka got a touch on that or not, but he was so confident. There was only one thing.
Yeah. Santos brings down his excellent improvisation. Was Esteve to lap defensively. For that, Chelsea are going to make their change. Gui trying to hold off Esteve. Walker straight into Gusto, gets a first. Leslie Ugochukwu is. Here is Chowner, who's switched to the right-hand side.
Around the defensive line to stay onside, and then he's touched down inside the area. He does everything right, the striker, apart from get the final connection. The ball just doesn't. He's absolutely worn out, but what a game defensively.
That is a foul. It will be a Chelsea free. Golden opportunity was the last notable contribution.
I think all the players that have come on, Hannibal broke.
Ahead of Esteve. He's forced wide though. Santos. Don't think he was teed up.
Now we get Gui to take and lead the line.
Gusto! The fingertips of Martin Dubravka keep it at 1-0.
Well, Cullen's had a marvellous game.
Will he get there ahead of Santos?
You know, caused problems in behind the defence. Themselves back into it with a goal. It's been all Chelsea.
Will now make their final change of the game. Towards Bryn Larson, who spins away from Cucurella. This when you're away from home against the Pacific. Make their way onto the field, so while they... Yes! Pulls it back towards Fernandes! Who does wrap it up for Chelsea. There's no way Burnley will come back from this. It's not